The following program is being brought to you on the Voice America Women's Channel. For more information about our network and to check out additional show hosts and topics of interest, please visit voiceamericawomen.com. The Voice America Talk Radio Network is the worldwide leader in live Internet talk radio. Visit voiceamerica.com. The views and ideas expressed on the following program are strictly those of the host or guests and do not necessarily reflect the views and ideas held by the Voice America Talk Radio Network, its staff, and management.
Welcome to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives with Rebecca Hall Gruyter. In our program each week, we provide the tools, ideas, and encouragement to help you move ahead on your journey, becoming a more powerful and impactful woman in your own life. Now here's your host, Rebecca Hall Gruyter.
Welcome to the show, everyone. I hope you're having an amazing week, that you are excited about all that is coming forth. We're excited to talk with you today about a few things. We're going to talk about how to really step forward powerfully, with purpose, with magic, with really stepping into all that you are as you're moving forward in life. That's what we're going to be talking about today. And we're going to talk about it from the perspective of what kind of legacy are you leaving in your life? What legacy are you creating and bringing forward? How are you making a positive difference in the world and echoing that out? How are you continuing to be filled and poured into so that you can keep bringing forward all that matters to you? And the individuals we're going to be talking today are doing just that. They have made a decision to step forward, not only in the amazing work that they do, where they've already been creating a legacy and touching people's lives, but now they're taking it to the world. They're taking it to a global level in television. And they're going to share some of their heart of why they've created that, what they're looking to do with this amazing, positive, transformational programming, and what that means to you. Because wouldn't it be wonderful to turn on the television, to tune in, to watch a show that feeds into you, that nourishes you, that equips and empowers you, that is creating a legacy in your life that you're getting to bring forward? Wouldn't that be amazing to tune in and get that kind of support? Just like the support we're giving you and the connection we've created with this show, where we're connecting heart to heart and really looking to transform our lives by pausing every week and allowing ourselves to grow, to be very present, so that we can learn from experts and ourselves. We learn to listen to ourselves and our guidance too, and weaving that into our lives as we go back out into the world. And that's one of the reasons we're very excited about the television network we're launching. It's called RHG TV Network. That's RHG, so my initials, TV Network. And it's going to be launching in March with multiple channels, amazing programming that is really coming from a place of making a positive difference, one show, one heart at a time, bringing transformational, valuable, content-rich programming to the world and making it accessible to all that want to tune in. So the two amazing guests we have today have stepped into a leadership role in that network and are actually stepping into owning an entire channel and bringing talent and programs to each of you within that channel. So we're going to talk a little bit more about that. But what led to them wanting to do this, and this is where I want to check in with all of you, is really sitting with, where are we being called? Are we being called to step forward a little bit more? Are we being called to open up our lives to more people, to share our gifts and our talents in a platform that perhaps we haven't considered before? Perhaps we're being called to stretch into a new sphere of influence, a new circle, a new reach that we uniquely are gifted and wired for, to make a difference, to create that legacy in those lives, to invest in others in that way. And I'm not sure where each of you are today in this, where you're being called, but I have found as we've been building this network behind the scenes that people knew they were being called forth. They felt a pull in their heart. They felt a stretching in their spirit, not always knowing all the how, but definitely, yes, I'm called to be involved. I'm called to lean in. And I want you actively on the lookout, looking for those moments, being open to where you're being uniquely called and led, because I don't believe you're ever called forth just for yourself. I believe that calling forth, stepping into another circle of influence, stepping into an additional sphere of friendships and connections, maybe sharing a little bit more of ourselves, has a purpose. And I believe a key to living our life on purpose, in a purposeful way, in a mindful way, is really tuning in and listening and seeing where we're being called. And then are we willing? And that's a yes or no answer, period. Not if, when, maybe. It's yes or no. And then I find when we say yes, the how always falls into place, the way to do it, the way we're made. So I want you to listen today internally to what's being placed on your heart, to where you're being called forth as you listen to our conversations. See what's being spoken into your heart. See what it is that you need that's going to help you keep moving forward, creating a legacy in your life starting today, echoing forward those things that matter most to you. And I don't know where each of you are being called forth. Sometimes we're called forth in writing, or in speaking, or in video, or in traveling, or in reaching out to someone heart to heart, or an additional place that we're called to stand and bring forth. And I want to invite you to listen in today and really see where your heart is being called. And part of why we're creating this network and why we have this show is to pour into you. It's to feed into you. It's to provide you encouragement and support, wisdom, expertise, and a moment to connect in our busy lives, heart to heart. Receive, be fed into, process real time, and bring forward into our lives. And one of my goals is to equip and empower you. So I want to give you tools and resources. You're going to hear about those today, because I want you to be able to take what's being shared with you and weave it into your life, have it make a transformational difference. And the way to do that is to be fully present, really receive what is here for you today. So let's do that. Let's take a breath together. In through the nose, out through the mouth, like you're breathing through a straw. Beautiful. I invite you, those of you who are driving, please stay safe, both hands on the wheels, no texting and driving. But those of you who are able to, let's sit back in our seats. Put one hand on our hearts, one hand on our head. Take a deep breath again. And close your eyes. You're absolutely safe. One more deep breath. And keep breathing. And in this space, what is it that you need today? What's going to encourage and empower you? When we think about a legacy, what we're echoing out into the world, what is it that we're wanting to echo out into the world? What is it that we need to do that? What's going to equip and empower us? What do we need today to be reminded of, to embrace, to hold on to? What is it that we need today and are willing to receive? And just receive that information. It can be a picture, a sound, a memory. Information comes in all different types of ways. A word. Take one more deep breath. Beautiful. Come back into the room. Open up your eyes. Become fully present. I invite you to write down whatever it is that you were given, that message, that reminder, what it is that you need today. To keep it top of mind so that you're actively looking for it. It's a lot easier to receive when you remember what it is that you're looking for. We can recognize it much more easily. One more deep breath. Wonderful. I'm going to go around our virtual room here today and ask each of my guests what was placed on their heart as we went within and listened. What is it that was laid on our heart? So, Dr. Simone, I wanted to see if you had something laid on your heart that you would like to share with us.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Hi, Rebecca.
Hi, welcome.
Thank you. I was taken back to seeing myself as a child at about the age of 7, and I was traveling. I believe I was in Africa, and I was looking at this incredibly disturbing scene of poverty and illness. And I remember at that time wanting to so badly be able to have a way to help the people who were suffering, and being so passionate about my desire. And then I came to the conclusion that, wow, I haven't really changed very much since then. In that aspect, at least.
Well, I love that you have such a heart to help people and make a difference, especially for those who are suffering. And I appreciate that about you. Absolutely.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for sharing.
Sure.
And Jan, did you have something laid on your heart?
It was a book, a beautiful old book with gilded writing. And what it brought up for me is that we are changing the story of Earth through the women's voices. And it was related to courage to hold our truth and speak our truth, and something about rewriting the story of how Earth changed through us finding our voices. So it felt great. Thank you, Rebecca. That was a very sweet meditation.
Oh, you're very welcome. And I love how in alignment that is with your passion and your gifting is our voices, and really standing in that. And listeners, I want you to think about what was laid on your heart. And there is such a power in us being willing to share the gift of who we are, our hearts, our voices, our messages. It's a true gift when we're willing to share that with another. And sometimes it's a hug, a listening ear. We make a difference as we stand in our gifts and we're willing to touch another's life. Now, as we go into our first commercial break, I call these 2-minute moments. I want you to take these 2 minutes for you, to carve them out for you. Don't run and try to cross things off the list and get some more things done and get distracted. Stay very present and really think about and receive what was placed on your heart, what picture or message, and that you are willing to lean into. And when you come back, we're going to start our first interview segment. We'll look forward to talking to you in just a moment.
Voice America Women. Your passion starts here.
Are Are you ready for your rush of success? I'm Jim Chi Chong, the walk star.
And I'm Cammie Ferry, the theater queen, the host of Rush Hour for Success on Money 105.5 on Thursdays and Fridays at 2 p.m. It's about getting entertained and getting solutions for your success in life and business.
Visit us on Facebook at Money 105.5 FM Rush Hour for Success, or download the Money 105.5 app on your phone for the live stream. That's Thursdays and Fridays, 2 p.m. Pacific Time. Get entertained,
get educated, and get your rush on
Rush Hour for Success.
Rebecca Hall Gruyter's Speaker Talent Search is looking for speakers wanting to get on more stages. With just one audition, you could open the doors to hundreds of speaking opportunities, reach more people, and expand your impact. Finalists get to audition live in front of leaders looking to fill all kinds of speaking opportunities. Apply now at SpeakerTalentSearch.com. That's SpeakerTalentSearch.com. We look forward to hearing your message.
Announcing a powerful new TV channel featuring programs designed to enhance and transform your life. Make powerful connections, one program at a time. And by doing so, we can bring transformation to the world. Tune in each week to Empowered Connections TV as we add new programs to help you make empowered connections of your own. Visit EmpoweredConnectionsTV.com. That's EmpoweredConnectionsTV.com. And make the most of an incredible life transformation.
Become our friend on Facebook. Post your thoughts about our shows and network on our timeline. Visit Facebook.com/Voice America.
You're listening to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives with your host, Rebecca Hall Gruyter. If you have a question or comment for Rebecca or her guest, we'd love to hear from you. Please call into the program at 1-866-613-1612. That's 1-866-613-1612. You may also send an email to Rebecca at yourpurposedrivenpractice.com. Now back to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives.
Welcome back, everyone. I hope that you had the opportunity to carve those 2 minutes out just for you, real time, to use the information that's being shared with you now, really giving it an opportunity to weave into you on a cellular level. I want to invite you to do that as we spend time today. Really take advantage of the opportunity for those 2 minutes throughout the show to pause, breathe in, receive, and integrate what's being shared and spoken into your heart. Well, our first guest expert is the amazing Dr. Simone Ravix. She has a PhD in clinical psychology. She is a brain coach and expert, certified business and life coach, international best-selling author multiple times over, a speaker, and the owner of the international TV channel called The Great Reveal. And she is passionate about helping people use proven brain-based techniques to achieve success in their business life, their personal life, and enjoy and experience great joy and freedom. Please warmly welcome the amazing Dr. Simone Ravix to the show. Welcome.
Thank you so much, Rebecca. It's wonderful to be here. Really.
You are truly welcome.
I love what you're doing here.
Oh, thank you. It's a pleasure to have you joining us on so many different levels. So getting to share you with our listeners today is just a treat. And then I know as they learn who you are, your heart, and what you're up to, they're going to be excited to keep connecting with you. So welcome, welcome.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
Oh, you're very, very welcome. And I wanted to start our conversation really with why. Why are you called to do the work that you do in the area of the brain, in the speaking, in the writing, and now you're stepping into television, both I know as a television channel owner where you're bringing forward talent and making programming decisions, and also your own show. I'd love for you to share why you do what you do.
My why is really succinct and simple, and it basically stems from the fact that I feel driven and passionate about helping other people and about giving them the tools and techniques that they can use so that they can achieve the optimal lives that they want and achieve joy and freedom in those lives.
I love that. And I don't know if you're okay sharing just a little bit of some of your personal journey in that, because I know it feeds into your so much of your why you care about these things on the level that you do, if you don't mind sharing.
Not at all. One of the reasons is, as I mentioned, I did a lot of traveling when I was younger, and I saw the suffering, as I mentioned, as well as seeing beautiful, wonderful things. But that did give me an impetus at that time to want to help others. But also, my personal journey was a rocky road for a number of years. I was, as I'm sure some of our audience members are, I was an ardent type A and a rabid perfectionist. And I went through school and through my early years at work just pushing and pushing myself so hard, not listening at all to my inner voice or to my body or anything. And finally, my body just broke down. And I spent months in the hospital, and on 2 occasions, the doctors had told my family that I was going to die. Following that, obviously I lived, but I went home and I was in constant severe pain and fatigue, and I had brain fog, and I was so used to being a human doing, I didn't know how to be a human being. I didn't know what to do, and I was just feeling like I was going slowly crazy. After several months of that, I said, I can't live like this any longer. There's no purpose for me to live like this. And so I turned to books, which are a favorite of mine, and I started researching alternative and Western modes of healing. And I met up with a brain expert who was decades ahead of his time, and we created a system that I followed, and which got me back to wonderful physical health and even better emotional and mental health than I had started out with. And I learned about patience, and I learned about self-confidence and self-compassion and so many important, vital things that a lot of people are lacking in their lives. And so I was so excited by this that I wanted to get the message out to more people. And that's at the point that I got my doctorate, and I became a psychologist for a number of years, and then I decided I wanted to even impact a greater range of people, both the type of people and the number of people. And so I became a coach. And the neuroscience aspect of it was I was just fascinated by the brain and all of the new discoveries that are happening. And I incorporated brain-based techniques into my coaching and started having such amazing results with my clients that they were just delighted and awestruck. And I started thinking, this is really an amazing, wonderful tool. And I turned it around and presented it in a way so that I could teach these techniques to people so that they could use them on themselves when they weren't in the session. So, I wouldn't have to be working with people forever. I could work with them fairly quickly, and they would learn the tools that they needed to optimize their lives and to really live lives of freedom and joy.
Beautiful. Well, thank you for sharing, and listeners, I hope you enjoyed learning a little bit more about Dr. Simone and her journey and her heart and passion to really help others, and that these are things that we can learn and can apply into our life. They're accessible. And I love that about the work that you do. And I'm just going to throw in, you speak in a language that I can understand. And I know sometimes when I talk to a neuroscience expert, they start using a language I can't relate to. So I appreciate that about you.
Thank you.
Absolutely. And I shared in the beginning that you're now stepping into television. You talked a little bit about your coaching and have a number of books out there, but I wanted to give you an opportunity to share what led you to getting involved in television, and what is your vision both for the channel and for your shows?
Well, no matter how I feel about technology and television as a source of media, I'm a little bit torn, especially for the children in our culture these days. But there's no better way to capitalize on the positive aspects of media than on having a positive-oriented show or TV channel that promises the opportunity for learning and positive growth and transformation for people. There's no better way to reach out and impact so many people. So when this opportunity came up, provided by you, thankfully, I just really leaped at it. I am so excited to be able to provide people by having guest experts and by my own sharing, talk about tools and techniques and methods that they can use to transform and optimize their lives. I really think that the TV is an ideal medium for that, and I know that the usage of online media and TV especially is growing by leaps and bounds. So I really want to take advantage of that.
I love it.
Yeah. And the show itself is, both the show and the channel are broad in that they focus on mind, body, and spirit. So that will apply to a huge number of people that are in the audience. And that was one of my goals. And both of them will, as I said, provide tools for people to use and to learn so that they feel very empowered and can live their best lives. I'm committed to that. Yeah, I'm really committed to that.
Well, and I like the bit of mystery tied to the title, The Great Reveal.
The Great Reveal, Secrets of the Mind, Body, and Spirit. Because a lot of these things, especially the newer techniques that are coming from neuroscience and so on, most people do not know about. Yeah. And they are so powerful that I want more people to know about them and be able to use them.
Exactly. Yes. So I underline that explanation point. And listeners, Dr. Simone has put together an amazing gift, and we're going to hold off on sharing about the gifts till the very end of the show. But those of you who are wanting to lean in, learn more about what she does, and get support, I wanting you to know she's generously made a free gift available that we're going to reveal to you at the end of the show. So make sure to stay tuned. We're getting ready for our next 2-minute moment. I encourage you as we go into this space to, again, carve that time out for you. Take those deep breaths. Really think about what Dr. Simone has shared. And I want to encourage you to think about how you are living your life. Are you a human doing, or are you being a human being? And what can help you be more of how you want to be in your life, as well as the legacy that you're wanting to bring forward in your life. With that, we'll look forward to talking to you in just a moment.
This is the Voice America Women's Channel, where your success is limitless.
Rebecca Hall Gruyter's Speaker Talent Search is looking for speakers wanting to get on more stages. With just one audition, you could open the doors to hundreds of speaking opportunities, reach more people, and expand your impact. Finalists get to audition live in front of leaders looking to fill all kinds of speaking opportunities. Apply now at SpeakerTalentSearch.com. That's SpeakerTalentSearch.com. We look forward to hearing your message.
Relationship issues? Anxious? Parenting challenges? No more. Learn to live your best life. Tune into Straight Talk with top therapist, relationship, and anxiety expert Sandra Reish. Learn to transform your challenges into effective solutions. Whether it's relationships, parenting, anxiety, or other traps, Sandra will show you how you can live the life of your dreams. Listen live every Thursday afternoon at 6 p.m. Eastern Time and 3 p.m. Pacific Time on the Voice America Health and Wellness Channel.
Are you ready for your rush of success? I'm Jim T. Chong, the walk star.
And I'm Cami Ferry, the theater queen, the host of Rush Hour for Success on Money 105.5 on Thursdays and Fridays at 2 p.m. It's about getting entertained and getting solutions for your success in life and business.
Visit us on Facebook at Money 105.5 FM Rush Hour for Success, or download the Money 105.5 app on your phone for the live stream. That's Thursdays and Fridays, 2 p.m. Pacific Time. Get entertained,
get educated, and get your rush on
Rush Hour for Success.
Tune in for Suzanne Ross and Lighten Up TV, evolutionary wellness for the body, mind, and spirit. Each episode features Suzanne and her amazing guests, including inspirational authors, speakers, wellness experts, and spiritual guides. This series is focused on achieving total well-being so that you can live well and love life. Visit lightenuptv.net to find out more. Lighten Up TV is presented by the Awakening Center, a nonprofit for those seeking a higher way of living and being. Don't miss out on living your best life now. Go to lightenuptv.net today.
Follow us on Twitter at VoiceAmericaTRN. Get the lowdown on guests, new shows, and your favorites. That's VoiceAmericaTRN.
You're listening to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives with your host, Rebecca Hall Gruyter. If you have a question or comment for Rebecca or her guest, we'd love to hear from you. Please call into the program at 1-866-613-1612. That's 1-866-613-1612. You may also send an email to Rebecca at yourpurposedrivenpractice.com. Now back to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives.
Welcome back, everyone. I hope you enjoyed that 2-minute moment. Also, what we have playing during those 2-minute moments, that as you're there breathing, processing, and really receiving what's being given to you today, we have commercials and announcements, and they're actually tailored around programs or updates or announcements that we feel would be of support to you and be in alignment with you. And so if you find during those 2-minute moments your mind's wandering a little bit or you're not quite sure what to do, I encourage you to lean in and listen to those announcements as well. They'll keep you up to date on books that we're releasing or programs that are coming out or new programming and additional shows we'd love to make you aware of and hopefully encourage you to engage with, because we want to keep pouring into you and bringing you valuable tools and resources. So welcome back. We are going to have a conversation with our next amazing expert, Jan Jorgensen-Sovereigne. She is a messenger that embraces, well, to me, she combines, that's a better word, she combines scientific and spiritual training to really bring forward the best to support you in a powerful way. She is a registered nurse, a minister, and is the developer and founder of SOAR, Sounding Our Authentic Resonance. It's an initiative that she has a global vision and also is the name of the television channel that she's bringing forward in our network. So we're very excited about that. So she's also one of our leaders in the network. And she is passionate about helping you access and embody your own power through your voice and your heart. She's also the producer of the show, Just Jan. And we look forward to seeing that as we unfold starting March 1st. We're going to be launching our network, so we're excited to have both her show and her channel as part of that, as well as Dr. Simone's. But please lean in and warmly welcome the amazing Jan Jorgensen-Sovereigne to the show. Welcome.
Oh, that's an exciting, adventurous welcome. Thank you, Rebecca.
You're welcome. I hope you could energetically feel my hands were up and they were sending you energy as I was introducing.
Wonderful. I love how you celebrate all the women stepping forward. Thank you.
Oh, you are so welcome. It's such an honor, and it's so exciting to have heart by heart, life by life, these opportunities that people say yes to stepping forward, like you saying yes to sharing with us today. And I really appreciate that.
Thank you.
And I wanted to start our conversation with that why question, just like I asked Dr. Simone earlier. Why are you so personally passionate about the work that you do? Why is it so important to you?
I would have to start with my childhood that even now, I email my brothers and sisters 6 out of 8. There was 8 children, a big Catholic family. And I felt my parents did their best, but I felt invisible. I felt as if my needs didn't matter, and what I had to say wasn't even welcomed. We sat around a large table, and I had older sisters who I felt like there was a wall there for me. So I was always frustrated in expressing myself or feeling safe to express myself. So as I grew, I was somewhat anxious to feel safe to express myself, and also wanted to be a singer and had an overriding need to put my 2 cents in. So I became a registered nurse, and then I always sang, and I just began to study and realize that we actually can overcome fear of speaking our truth. And that was the key and the joy and the highlight for me, and it made it all worth it. All those years of frustration that I can use the tools and the keys for releasing the fear of speaking our truth in greatly accelerating ways. I mean, through a television channel and radio, I'm just so excited with this expansion.
I love it. I was at one of your conferences recently, just a couple months ago. My goodness, time goes so quickly. And one of the things I loved there were so many rich experiences that day and the next day. And something that really struck me was the picture that you had, that you showed us. And it was either of a tone or a sound, but every picture of everyone's voice, in a sense, is unique like a snowflake, and they were all beautiful.
Absolutely. And as we speak, people sense and feel a gestalt, the entire truth about you. They also feel your fears, your resistance, your withholding, even your betrayal. So I've developed, through working at the Sound and Consciousness Institute and with computerized systems, the ability to track the frequencies and what they mean in the human female voice. And we can mitigate and release all of the parts that keep us from standing in our aligned divine truth of who we really are. All that patterning, all the fears, all the anxieties. So it's quite an exciting time, because we have the science, the vibrational information, and Dr. Simone's talking about we can change our consciousness and our brain circuitry. So we have everything we need to step powerfully with voices that inspire confidence in our leadership ability. I feel like everything is finally lining up.
Oh, yes, I love that underlined. It's beautiful. And I appreciate your mixture of heart and science. And Dr. Simone echoes that as well. I love how you mix those together. And then, Jan, you really weave in and embrace technology as well, which I think is really beautiful, that you're weaving all of those things together to make a global difference. Can I ask what has led you to, and you've touched on a little bit, but I wanted to expand on, why television? Why now? Why stepping into even a leadership position in that? So you're creating this container for talent and voices and messages and shows to come forward, as well as bringing yours forward. I'd love to share that with our listeners today.
Well, I'd have to say, like all of us, it's, oh my God, a TV show, or I'm going to do a channel. But I realized that I have lined up all of my ducks to assist women who have a message, women who feel they're leaders but don't quite have the confidence to put it out there, so I can support them with these aligning tools to shift their voice. And I have this beautiful Be the Light meditation, which can actually put in their hands the reins of their thinking, their consciousness, and how they can live their lives. And I said, if I really, really, the day that I die, want to say that I have fulfilled my mission, what I was born for, it would be to take this great leap to facilitate and give these women the platform to get their message out. So I feel like I'm more of a telephone operator or a way station to give people the tools to feel confident to get their message out. And so how you have created this opportunity makes it not so scary, really. Just once a week putting together my 28 minutes, and the minute I said yes, the videographer said, "Oh, Jan, I love your work and I will do it for free for you." So that was the universe supporting me and stepping in.
And I so appreciate you sharing that, because I think we get so concerned, listeners, maybe you're called to write that story, to share in this way, to step forward. Maybe you are being called to television. I'm not sure where each of you are in the journey and where you're being called, but that to me is such a beautiful example of when we lead, even though we can feel the fear, we can feel the stretching, we can feel uncomfortable in this new space for a little while. When we do that and we follow where we're being led and say, yes, you're right, that how comes forward right after that. You're supported right after that, like this example of the videographer who's stepping forward and saying, I am in alignment. I want to do this to support you in doing your work. And it's such an encouragement when we take those steps to see that. I feel that happening. So, Jan, thank you for your willingness to step forward and to support women in this way and to bring your show and amazing content forward. The world is richer for it. Absolutely. And listeners, we're getting ready for our next 2-minute moment. Here's what I encourage you to do during the next 2-minute moment is I want you to think about, where are you being called? If you were to look at your life and your mission for your life, what would it be? And what is it that you would want to have accomplished or done in your life and have been? So being and doing, what would that be in your life? And what are some steps you can say yes to, or you can start to lean into to bring that forward? When we come back, we have some exciting final moments for you where we're going to give you some gifts and share how to access them. We'll look forward to talking to you in just a moment.
The Voice America Women's Channel.
Are you ready for your rush of success? I'm Jim T. Chong, the walk star.
And I'm Cammie Ferry, the theater queen, the host of Rush Hour for Success on Money 105.5 on Thursdays and Fridays at 2 p.m. It's about getting entertained and getting solutions for your success in life and business.
Visit us on Facebook at Money 105.5 FM Rush Hour for Success, or download the Money 105.5 app on your phone for the live stream. That's Thursdays and Fridays, 2 p.m. Pacific Time. Get entertained,
get educated, and get your rush on
Rush Hour for Success.
Rebecca Hall Gruyter's Speaker Talent Search is looking for speakers wanting to get on more stages. With just one audition, you could open the doors to hundreds of speaking opportunities, reach more people, and expand your impact. Finalists get to audition live in front of leaders looking to fill all kinds of speaking opportunities. Apply now at speakertalentsearch.com. That's speakertalentsearch.com. We look forward to hearing your message.
Announcing a powerful new TV channel featuring programs designed to enhance and transform your life. Make powerful connections, one program at a time. And by doing so, we can bring transformation to the world. Tune in each week to Empowered Connections TV as we add new programs to help you make empowered connections of your own. Visit empoweredconnectionstv.com. That's empoweredconnectionstv.com. And make the most of an incredible life transformation. The Voice America Women's Channel.
You're listening to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives with your host, Rebecca Hall Gruyter. If you have a question or comment for Rebecca or her guest, we'd love to hear from you. Please call into the program at 1-866-613-1612. That's 1-866-613-1612. You may also send an email to Rebecca at yourpurposedrivenpractice.com. Now back to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives.
Welcome back, everyone. I hope you enjoyed that 2-minute moment. And here's a tip. You can actually do that throughout your day. You can take 2 minutes, take a breath, pause, and be for a moment. And then think about what's coming next and what matters most to you, and make choices to move that forward. We can get to where days run us, or operating in autopilot and not being fully present and make those choices. Maybe go a different way home so that we can experience this, or whatever it may be. But I encourage you to build those 2-minute moments into your life to check in and be purposeful with how you're spending your time and your energy, and to really be present in your life. It's a rich opportunity, a rich blessing that you have, and a way that you can really touch other people's lives. And behind the scenes, we were talking a little bit about our heart's desire for all of you. And it was really this common heartbeat that we want to encourage you, we want to inspire you, we want to support you to step forward in whatever way you're being called, to be encouraged to step through the emotion of fear, to be willing to go after those things that are so important to you, that pull at your heart, to not keep waiting until someday, but today take a step towards where you're being pulled. And that was our heartbeat behind the scenes as we were talking about the show, and in the area behind the show, what we were wanting to bring forward to all of you. So I hope you can feel that echo out from us to you. And in alignment with that, each of our guests have put together a special gift for you. And this is truly a gift from our heart to yours to help equip and empower you, so that you can have the same access to experts like I do. You can have tools and resources to empower you on your journey. I'm going to have each of our experts go through and describe the gift for you, and then I will share with you how to access it. So, Dr. Simone, can you share about your gift with our listeners first?
The meditation. And it is a way for people to meditate who may have a very difficult time doing so, like a lot of people do, or they may just not be able to find the time to meditate. I hear that as an excuse quite often. And what this does, the audio emulates the brainwave frequency known as theta. So it's a little bit of a slower frequency than our brain typically operates on. And the result of being in that state is that it allows the person access to the subconscious. And now 95% of our behavior is determined by our subconscious. And we're typically unaware of what's in our subconscious. So we get a sense of what's going on in our subconscious, and that opens the door for us to be able to eliminate our deep-seated negative beliefs and sabotaging habits. Those can be replaced with rational thoughts and increased positivity, productivity, and inspired success. And learning and memory, especially long-term memory, are improved, as well as insight and creativity.
Wonderful. That's a very powerful meditation. Thank you for making that available to us.
Yes,
wonderful.
Absolutely. My pleasure.
And then, Jan, do you mind sharing a little bit about your gift? And then I'll let our listeners know where to find both of these.
I would love to invite the listeners to our free global Be the Light meditation every Wednesday morning at 9:30 Pacific time. The very simple method that I spoke about, it gives you the reins of all of your natural power. It's 3 simple steps that we drop in, and after a while, you'll be able to consistently do this yourself and unwind emotional patterns or a specific grievance. You'll be able to work on your physical body. What it does is it very simply connects you to Source. And we women know that that is the source of all, through our hearts, our intuition, our higher guidance. So it's called Be the Light Meditation, and it's every Wednesday morning, and it's through my Zoom chat room, so it's like we're just there together. And about half an hour of a meditation, I pick a topic of the day, which pretty much is generic to all of us. And then I turn off the recording, and for 15 minutes, people tell me what's going on in their life. So I'd love to have you join us.
Wonderful. I love the alignment of these meditations to support us and then ongoing support as well, live, interactive. So really beautiful synergy. And listeners, they didn't know what each other was giving.
No,
so it just lines up really, really beautifully. I love it. Listeners, this is how you access their gifts, and you'll actually find some gifts from me as well. You go to Radio Gifts, and that's plural with an S, radiogifts.net, N-E-T, because it's a net full of multiple gifts for you. Radiogifts.net. You enter your name and email address so we can stay in touch, and then you scroll down to today's date. The first release of the show is going to be December 27th. So December 27th would be the date to look up. You'll see Dr. Simone's beautiful picture and Jan's beautiful picture, and you can click on their links, and you enter in your name and email address that second time so they can stay in touch with you and send you the information and the gift. Now, I encourage you to take a moment at the end of the show, go to radiogifts.net, lean in and say yes. And please notice it's a library of gifts. So you are free to go in and select as many as you want that resonate with you and support you. Just make sure you're not taking too many at once because then we can get overwhelmed. You can always go back and get more. So I encourage that. And then I wanted to share a little bit about this network we've talked about a little bit. So the network is going to go live on on March, that was a test, March 1st, March 1st, 2017 is when we will be launching the entire television network. We're very, very excited about it, and those that are coming forward, you go to rhgtvnetwork.com is how you'll be able to find it, or rhgtv.com. Either way, either link will take you there. But it's RHG TV Network. You're going to find my channel full of programs and transformational messages and shows. You'll find Jan's channel. You're going to find Dr. Simone's channel. And we actually have several other channels that are going to be launching all at the same time. And we're wanting to create a community with this network of support. And we've actually started a Facebook group, which you're welcome to find and ask to join. I'd be happy to approve that and have you join us, called RHG TV Network. So you will stay in the loop and you'll see announcements and updates, etc. I'd love to have you join us. And what's really powerful about this network is it's all for you. There's no cost, there's no pay-per-view for you as a viewer to participate and to receive this positive transformational programming. You've heard our heart in this, that we really want to make a difference. This is part of the legacy that we're called to build. one show at a time, one heart at a time, to bring positive transformational programming to the world and to the hearts and to the lives. And we want to see that echoed out into the world, where you're all equipped and empowered to step forward in the ways you're called to bring the amazing gift of you to the world. So I encourage you and I challenge you today to take something that was shared with you today that touched your heart today, and to take a step with it, to not only integrate it into your life today in this moment, but what are you going to take forward with you? What are you going to share with somebody? How are you going to step forward a little bit? I encourage you to apply action to something that was laid on your heart today, either something we shared or something as you were quiet in those 2-minute moments that was placed on your heart. And then be willing to receive the support, the encouragement on your journey, whether it's, I hope you continue to enjoy our shows. I hope you lean into the shows we're bringing to you on the network level. And I hope you continue to build relationships around you that support you so that you can be the amazing gift that you are to the world. That wherever you go, whatever you do, may always, always bloom where you're planted and shine. Have an amazing week, and we'll talk to you next time.
Thank you for joining us this week for Empowering Women, Transforming Lives. Please tune in again for another edition with your host, Rebecca Hall Gruyter, next Tuesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 11 a.m. Pacific, on the Voice America Women's Channel. And join us for a replay of the show every Wednesday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, 2 p.m. Pacific, on the Voice America Empowerment Channel. Have a beautiful week, and may you always bloom where you're planted and shine.